Good morning, YouTube. Been a minute since I've been here. Some things are happening. They're changing. Kind of like some predictions that a lot of us made, but I documented. So, all right. Just got the bat hub all cleaned up. Let's go. All right, let's get the housekeeping out of the way first. If you like my videos, if you think the commentary is worthwhile, I'd appreciate a like. If you're not a fan, I get that too. Everybody's not for everybody. You can give it a dislike, but either way, it helps the algorithm, and that's what I care about. Comment down below, subscribe, and maybe share it out if you think it's worthwhile. Okay? Housekeeping done. All right, a few months ago, I did a video on the new Premier platform that was introduced. You can catch the link right here. And one of the things that I was concerned about is why would they create another platform so damn close to Lux? You have to wonder about these things, right? And I came to the conclusion then that they were going to remove the Lux platform. Sure enough, as of July 31st, there is no more Lux. But you had to see this coming, right? Back in April of last year, down here in our market, they weren't onboarding any more Lux or Lux SUV drivers. If you were already a Lux driver, you could continue and you could onboard another vehicle because you were already Lux. But if you were an XL or an X driver and you wanted to get into the platform, couldn't do it. So one of the other things when they introduced Premier was we really wasn't sure what cars were going to be on that list. It took about a month or so for them to release a list. Now, here's the thing. There were drivers that qualified for Lux, but they didn't qualify for Premier. And then you had drivers that qualified for Lux that didn't even qualify for Comfort. That should have been another clue. So now, come March 1st, as everybody just found out, if you don't fall into that certain year, I think it's 2015 and above, if you're a 2014, you still have Lux until July 31st. But if you were a Premier driver now and you're under that 2014 or below, as of March 1st, you won't have access to Premier. And although there's a lot of speculation about Premier SUV and Lux SUV, because it just said, the email said July 31st, the Lux platform will be gone, and it didn't specifically say Lux SUV. Listen, come on now. The Premier SUV list does not include any mid-sized SUVs, QX60s, Acadias, things of that nature. It's strictly the big boys, Suburbans, Yukon XLs, Escalades. I think they even threw in the Ford Expedition, which, sorry, Ford lovers, I ain't buying it. Now, as of right now, Lyft really hasn't made any new changes since the last video I made with their upgrades. But we know, they always follow suit. 30 days after Uber, Lyft's going to hit you too. So I had a really good friend of mine, Ron from the rideshare culture, give me a call about a month ago, asking me what I plan to do and asking me my opinion on a couple of vehicles because he wants to upgrade. And, you know, we discussed it for about an hour or so. I gave him my thoughts. So here, I'm going to give you my thoughts also. If you plan to upgrade, now is not the time. You see, I got another good friend of mine also, my buddy AG. I ain't going to put his name out there. But he's always had this thing of saying, go big or go home. And that's the truth. He's also got this other saying, and if you think about it, it makes sense. If you're going to buy a vehicle, regardless of what you're going to use it for, if you're going to buy that vehicle, you better make sure you can make that payment, regardless whether you're driving Uber or Lyft. My case is different. I have a growing business. I have to upgrade. Well, I shouldn't say upgrade. I have to add a vehicle anyway, because my business is calling for it. But for most of you folks out there, listen, if you're driving X or XL, I would stay with X and XL. Most Lux SUV drivers, they'll tell you, they do a hell of a lot more XL rides than they do Lux SUV rides. I'm not saying Lux SUV is a unicorn, because common sense would think if they're taking all these vehicles off the platform, it should increase if you have a vehicle that qualifies and you're still on the platform. That's rational thinking. But we both know, we all know, there ain't nothing rational about what we do. Bottom line is pretty simple here. Wait till the smoke clears, wait till it settles. Don't go out there and invest in something that you can't afford. Don't go out there and think that you're going to make all this money. This month, it's 2 years since I put this Cadillac on the platforms. It's about what I figured I'd get out of it on the platforms. And so you have to be smart and think not just short term, but you better start thinking long term. Listen, in business, nothing is guaranteed. You could be a superstar today and a has-been tomorrow. So for all you drivers out there that are driving Lux and don't qualify for Premier, do your best. You're still going to have XL. Hopefully that'll make it until the smoke clears. For all you XL and X drivers out there, don't do it. Don't do it. Let the smoke settle. See what Lyft is going to do to match what Uber is doing now. All right? Anyway, I think that's all I got. I think. Okay, so I've been meaning to make a playlist on how I've been developing my business, but I've been so damn busy, and that's another reason why I haven't been on in a couple of months. But I'm going to start that playlist. So it'll be there. Give it a couple of days, and the first video will be out. I'd appreciate you if you go check those out as well. All right? Sometimes it's rideshare related. Sometimes it's not. Remember, you're an independent contractor. You're an independent business. If I was going to give one person a piece of advice with what we do, treat it like a business. Treat it like a business. Peace out.
If I'm honest, I'm a little bit lost now, but somehow I don't wanna be anywhere else with anyone else.